All right, so fair warning. I just want to warn everybody. I'm in a fabulous mood today. Uh, I'm really on one. Working by myself, I get to make fun of myself all day, talk to myself, answer my own questions. Normal things. So before I get into today's reading, I just want to touch base on something. So today, I'm working in the town that I grew up in. I ran into somebody that I used to run around with, or maybe not run around with, but used to mess around with, I guess you could say. And, I saw this person like 3 years ago, and, they look 100% different than what they used to, and not in a good way. It just makes me realize how much being sober means, and, you know, I just feel for that person because they're not able to get out of their addiction. If that person does happen to see this video, and you know who you are, feel free to get a hold of me or hit me up, or maybe I can guide you in the right direction to get some help, or if you need somebody to talk to or whatever it may be. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get into the reading today. So it's keep coming back. And with that said, so this is about NA. I don't go to NA meetings because I live in a small town. We don't have Narcotics Anonymous. I don't do AA because I've been kind of. I feel like AA, they kind of like judge people, or judge drug addicts. Maybe that's not true everywhere, but that's the way I felt at the meetings I went to. So, I've done this on my own. I chose to go to intensive inpatient treatment, and shout out to Rimrock. I got clean there, and then I did relapse, but we're back on the path of doing the right thing. And I got into God this time after my relapse, and it's changed kind of my whole perspective on things. And I'm just at that point in my life where I don't want to do it anymore. It's such a hassle to chase drugs around and find your next fix, and it's just a hassle that I don't want to deal with anymore. And life's just so much easier to live without that. So with that said, I'm going to get into the reading. We have come to enjoy living clean and want more of the good things that NA Fellowship holds for us. Can you remember a time when you looked at the addicts recovering in NA and wondered, if they aren't using drugs, what on earth do they have to laugh about? Did you believe that fun stopped when the using stopped? So did many of us. We were certain that we were leaving the good life behind. Today, many of us can laugh at this misconception because we know how full our life in recovery can be. Many of the things we enjoy so much in recovery are gained by actively participating in the fellowship of NA. We begin to find true companionship, friends who understand and care about us just for ourselves. We can find a place where we can be useful to others. There are recovery meetings, service activities, and fellowship gatherings to fill our time and occupancy, our interests. The fellowship can be a mirror to reflect back to us a more accurate image of who we are. We can find teachers, helpers, friends, love, care, and support. The fellowship always has more to offer us as long as we keep coming back. Just for today, I know where the good life is. I'll keep coming back. So with that said, like I said, I don't do NA meetings, mainly because we don't have one locally, and it would take me an hour to get to one. That's just not feasible. But, if that's something you're into, more power to you. Do whatever helps you recover. I had a conversation with somebody last night, and we were talking, and, I was telling him that I got into the Bible, and I was going to church, and I giving my life to God, and letting him lead my path. And he told me, oh well, I don't do the church thing, and that's okay. Everybody has their own path to follow, and as long as you're trying to get sober, or you are sober and you continue to stay that way. And even if you're not, as long as you're trying, recovery is a struggle. All of us know that. So, just do what you can to be a better you. It's amazing the change that I felt in my life by getting sober and staying sober. I just take it one day at a time. I live for this moment that I'm in right now. I try to be happy every day. I wake up with a smile on my face. I go to work. I try to make everybody else smile. I crack a lot of jokes. I make fun of people. They give it back to me as well. So just do what you have to do for your sobriety. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.